So what I'm cooking today are pork steaks, and these are about 1.25 inches thick. I just had somebody in the meat department slice me up a small pork shoulder. I want you to notice these have some nice marbling in them, and they're going to cook up very tender. The way that I'm going to show you how to do these are going low and slow on the Weber kettle. My dad actually used to call these generic pork chops. We would buy these because they were cheaper than tenderloin or pork chop, and we would fry them. Now the first thing I want to do is get these into a pan. I'm going to give these pork steaks an overnight bath in this Dr. Pepper. This will give it some flavor, but it's really going to make it tender. Now to cover these with some aluminum foil, and they're going in the refrigerator overnight. Here they are the next morning. I took them out of the marinade, and I'm going to hit them with just a little bit of olive oil and brush that on good for a binder. I didn't even dry them off, so that'll help some of the rub stick to them good. Now you want to hit these with a good barbecue rub of your choice. I'm using one that I make homemade that I use on chicken and pork, and I'll leave a link to the recipe for this rub in the description box below. So got these ready to go. We're going to let them set up just for a few minutes, and I'll go ahead and get the grill ready and put them on and let them start smoking. So I've got these pork steaks on the Weber kettle. Got some good lump charcoal, a piece of hickory. I'm gonna go ahead and close the lid so that it don't get too hot. I've got both my vents open about halfway. I'm gonna let these smoke probably between 250 and 300 degrees for about an hour. Then I'll wrap them. I'll do some things to them when I wrap them. I'm gonna treat these sort of like I do a rack of spare ribs. I'll be back in about an hour to check on these. This is a little bit over an hour later. These are taking on some really nice color. So now what I'm going to do is pull them off of here, wrap them, and then we'll go back on for another hour or two. I'll see you inside. So what I've done, instead of wrapping these in aluminum foil, I just reused my pan. And a lot of folks might think, well, this is going to mess up the bark. I'm not worried about that because I'm going to sear them on the grill when they get finished. I hit them with a little bit more of the barbecue rub. I didn't go too heavy because they still had quite a bit on them. I put a little honey on them and a little butter on each one of them. Now I'm going to wrap this in aluminum foil. They're going back on the grill for another hour, maybe 2 hours. I'll just see how I feel as they go along. It's been about an hour and a half since we last checked on these, so the total cook time so far is about 2.5 hours. I think that's going to be enough. I don't want them to be falling apart or anything. I just wanted to give them some time to let the fat break down, and I'm going to go ahead and sear these off a little bit. I put about a half or 3/4 of a chimney full of fresh charcoal on there, got it good and hot. So we'll put these on here and sear them, and I'm going to glaze them with a little bit of sauce. I'll glaze these just ever so lightly with a little bit of barbecue sauce. This is where you want to use your favorite sauce if you want sauce. It's optional. Man, that's what I was looking for. They were on the grill for a little over 2.5 hours. I ended up searing them and putting on a little bit of a barbecue sauce on them at the end. That part's completely optional. Didn't want them to be completely falling apart or mushy, just wanted them have a little bite still, but I wanted to allow the fat and stuff inside of them to break down a little bit. They have great flavor, picked up a little smoke ring, just the right amount of smokiness, and these are awesome. So hope you guys check out a few more videos. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave me a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless you. Thank you.